You've tried all the things. Cold plunges, breath work, meditation, every single vagus nerve stimulating hack that comes across your news feed, and yet still your nervous system is not regulated. And you're wondering, what's wrong with me? I try it all, I do it all, and yet still I have anxiety. My thoughts won't stop racing. My system just feels depleted. I'm burnt out. And the reality is your nervous system is still dysregulated. Why? I was in the same position doing the same things until I realized one day you cannot hack your way there. You can't trick your nervous system into regulating itself. You cannot do it. The nervous system only regulates through being. Now, there is something that you can increase called the vagal tone, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. But let's just kind of reframe things here for a moment. I need you to understand that your nervous system is like your breath, all right? It needs both an inhale and an exhale. It's the same with your heart. It needs contraction as well as relaxation. We need both. Healing happens in rest. Your parasympathetic nervous system can only be activated when you are not doing. And I watch people effort and try to force themselves into relaxation. And it's kind of like floating, all right? The harder you try to float, I remember when I used to teach swim lessons, I'd had kids, they were efforting and trying so hard at the level of the mind, their body was tense, and they were the ones who would sink like a rock. The moment they stopped trying and they just let themselves be was the moment they were buoyant and they would float. And that's the same thing with your nervous system. You gotta stop trying. Get out of effort mode. Get out of doing mode. Stop with the to-do list of all the things you need to get done in the morning just to ground and journal and all the things. You're just continuing to stress yourself out, all right? The reality is, the thing that finally helped me was permission to be, permission to not have to have every chunk of my calendar filled with something, permission to stop trying so hard and to actually do something that would help balance my system. Understand this, you only have so much life force. The life force that powers you throughout your day, a lot of us burn it up in our mind, right? Thinking all those anxious thoughts, the worry about what you said and what you have to do next. We're burning our life force, our energy. And so there is nothing left to then go digest our food or heal our bodies. So it's no wonder that we're feeling off and we're dysregulated. It's because we're expelling it all into the external world. We need to turn that attention inward. We have to bring that life force into our body so it can digest our food, it can rebalance our system. This is going from the sympathetic state to the parasympathetic state. That's why they call the parasympathetic system the rest, digest, restore response, because that life force energy is able to move inward. It's able to do the restoration. And so for me, the way that I got there was through Yoga Nidra. It was like the key that unlocked the door that taught me what it actually feels like, number one, to do nothing, and to see what that feels like in my body. Some people say, oh, well, I watch TV or I scroll social media or I'm fine with doing nothing. No, no. When you're watching TV, your nervous system is engaged. You're feeling the emotions of everybody there. You're scrolling through social media, you're getting pulled into that. That is your sympathetic state. Trust me, that is not relaxation. Some people go on vacation. They think, oh, well, I went on vacation, I relaxed. No, you didn't. You were doing things the whole time you were on vacation, all right? You weren't getting out of that stress state. Maybe you don't even know what it feels like to just stop. Some people don't like to do nothing because then emotions start to bubble up. They start to feel uncomfortable. They don't want to deal with those things. They're doing in the name of forgetting about what's in there. And so the moment they stop, it's a problem. But Yoga Nidra teaches you how to go beyond your mind, beyond the emotions, to step back, be witness to it all. And it teaches your body how to be. For the parasympathetic nervous system to actually be able to be activated, you feel safe. You understand what stillness, what peace, what non-doing feels like. You begin to actually truly reset. All right, not because you did something, but because you finally let go. Just like if you're trying to float, and it is in that letting go that so much gets done. Think about a cat. They are able to go from a being state to on alert in seconds. Like you watch it. The dog walks in the room and whoop, like they're up, they're ready to go. Their sympathetic nervous system is activated. But the moment the dog leaves, what does the cat do? It kind of shakes it off and it rests and it settles right back down. We as humans have forgotten how to shake it off and settle back down. So what happens as you do Yoga Nidra, the more you allow yourself to have your parasympathetic nervous system activated, the more that gets imprinted in your being, the more you understand what it feels like to have your parasympathetic nervous system activated. And so when you get pulled out of that state during the day, You realize this doesn't feel comfortable. I don't want to stay here. And you're able to bring yourself back. That's your vagal tone, how fast you can come back. The more you do Yoga Nidra, the more you're going to increase your vagal tone. And this is something that all of you will benefit from, and it's in the non-doing. You can't do anything to get yourself there, right? You have to experience it. You have to make the space for it. And so I have a Yoga Nidra here for you so you can try this. It is an incredibly beneficial and powerful activity. You do it lying down, supremely comfortable. Let your body finally have the exhale. Let your nervous system finally breathe. And I promise you, if you do nothing for a few minutes, you will be surprised by how much healing happens in this non-doing.